Hello my fellow citizens of the 7th universe, my name is Peoplezz, if you wish to be specific, and welcome to a little video on this, not that very well-known game, but you know, a game called Dragon Ball FighterZ. Yeah, maybe some of you have heard of it. Yeah, probably not a lot actually. Nah, I'm just kidding. Actually, last weekend, during the closed beta session, I actually was able to play the game as well. Thank you, Bandai Namco, so much for letting me in there. Because I didn't, like a lot of people as well, I didn't get the code right off the bat. Like, I sent in the email and I never got a code, which made me sad. But thankfully, they were really nice at sending me some stuff. So, I wanted to use this video to talk about the beta. How I felt about the beta, how I felt everything played out, how I thought the connections were, how I thought how the port was doing, that sort of stuff. As you can see right now, the quality of the videos might not be the 100% like crystal clear 4K quality. It's mostly because I'm actually ripping these off of Twitter. I brought my PS4 over to my girlfriend Kawaii Ray. I brought her over to her college to play this game. And obviously I didn't have any recording equipment, so what I did was I just uploaded fights that we did together onto Twitter, and I'm posting them on videos. So if you follow me on Twitter, you've already seen these videos, but you get to see me wreck some people. But yeah, so I was actually able to play the beta right when the first session came out. I think it was like 5 in the morning for me, like 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. The first session went alright. There were some maintenance problems, which, I mean, it's a beta. You gotta have maintenance problems. If there's no maintenance problems, I mean, like, what's the sense of having a beta? What are you, Call of Duty here? Was that what's going on here? But, like, I played the game, and the first match that I actually played, FighterZ, was actually kind of sad. I didn't record it, but obviously, because it was so sad, and I got really upset. I get into a game. I don't know any of the buttons. I don't even know how to punch because I haven't played a single minute or a single second of FighterZ. And a guy spawns in as Trunks, and all he does is spam Masenkos. Just Masenko. Not even like super moves. Like, he's just using like unlimited Masenkos. I'm like, dude, I don't even know how to play. Stop it. And obviously I got wrecked. But after a while, I started learning a couple of characters. I started feeling how to get into combos. Not very good combos, but combos enough. Like, I think the best combo I hit was like a 61 or something with like 18. But like, yeah, after a while, I started getting pretty good at it. Actually, kind of funny, during the, like, I think at the end of the first session, before there was a 40-minute maintenance to the end, me and people have heard of him, the Lord of Anime. He makes a couple of my stuff. He actually runs the Roblox owTreyalP group as well. He decided to bring up a lobby where it was just me, him, and a couple of friends, some fans as well, and we just wrecked face. That's all we did. We just started fighting each other, and it was really fun. I got to play with, like, after a while, the party got like big enough where I was playing against like External Flash, and all of a sudden, Jaden-tastic starts showing up, and all of a sudden we've got a freaking party of like Rhyme Style. I think Afro Senju was there, Thundershot was there, I think Toasty was there. It was just like, it was a lot of people. And then we like moved to like different lobbies to play with other people. But it was like super fun like at that point. But the actually core, let me talk about the actually core gameplay of this game. The gameplay looks stunning. It looks stunning. I mean, I am a fan of the manga style look to this game, and it looks beautiful. Like, this is the, like, presentation wise, it is godly beautiful, and I just like want to like give it a hug and never let it go, because I'm just like, you are what I've asked for all my life when it comes to looks. As the core to gameplay, it was pretty good. I liked it. The core gameplay of it, like playing it around. I never came across any bugs in the game when it came to button mashing or stuff like that. There wasn't really any bugs. I think like when it comes to, I like how I'm popping every single time I'm saying bugs. But there was some like server issues where I noticed that, like, if you're fighting against a guy with, like, 1 bar connection, it's almost unplayable for the guy who has full bar connection. Because I was facing this one guy who had, like, 1 bar connection. I couldn't do anything. And this guy's pulling off, like, endless combos on me. So I'm like, okay, something's going on. I have full bar, you have 1 bar. What's going on here? So connection errors were a little bit weird, a little bit wonky, but I mean, this is a beta, so I'm not going to give it the I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt that's going to fix these types of issues, or it's going to give like a time to like buffer in between the fights, because there wasn't a buffering time. It was just that it would freeze, then it would keep going, then it would freeze, then it would keep going, then it would freeze, and then it would keep going. So hopefully maybe there'll be like a buffering menu where like you'll buffer for like maybe like 5-10 seconds, wait for the connection to pick up, and then fight, and then if the connection is just god-awful, it might just disconnect you. Because, like, it was bad. It was bad when you face people who had poor internet connection. But once you got into the game, if you got, like, but that only happened, like I think I only faced, like, 2 or 3 people who had, like, a really crap connection. Usually, like, I got some, like, really good, like, every single game was, like, a full green bar, so it made me happy. Once I got into the game, fighting around was really, really fun. It was really satisfying pulling off combos. The look of every single ultimate is just beautiful looking, and you just want to keep doing it. Like, that's just the thing. You just want to go ahead and keep doing it. Every single one, the ultimates, the level 3s, if you wanted to do, like, Gohan's level 3 Father, Son, Kamehameha, and then put 2 more energy bars on top of it to make it a 5, was really awesome. Goku's instant transmission, just everything was it's just beautiful. And then you could combo the ultimates with like with the other people on your team. And I didn't realize that until like the end of the last session. I was just like, wow, that is awesome. Oh, sorry for the pop. I don't know what I did. But like, it was super satisfying. Now some of the core fundamentals of the game, I personally would have been like, I don't know if I like that. I feel like this is kind of like a general like feedback of the game. A lot of people, I think, have given this as well. When it comes to spamming Ki Blast, people can spam Ki Blast and Kamehamehas like it's their freaking job, and it costs no ki whatsoever. It doesn't hurt your ultimate bar at all, your super bar. It actually makes it grow if you hit it with the Ki Blast. People could, I mean, if you're just starting out, this is more like for like a beginner problem. Once like you're good at the game, you won't be caught up in these types of things, hopefully, unless the person's really good at it. But people just spam Kamehamehas, Masenkos, Ki Blasts at you, and get no penalty for it. In my opinion, you should like lose ki on those. Like, you're spamming Kamehamehas, it's not a punch. You're throwing ki at people. It should take your ki away. So, I know it's probably a balancing issue, where, like, if people are just throwing, like, Destructo Discs all over the place, and all of a sudden they can't do an ultimate, it makes sense that they didn't want to go about that. Also, you could use the ki, especially Vegeta's really, really fast Ki Blast attack, where he does, like, the energy volley, just, like, really, really fast. I saw people that I faced use that as a combo, so that's probably why they're like, we're not going to hinder your ultimate bar based on shooting Ki Blast everywhere. So I could see why they were doing that, but my honest opinion, like, it shouldn't help your bar. If you want to make it so that like that doesn't help your bar but doesn't hurt your bar as well, that it doesn't like grow your ultimate bar at all, like it won't get you to level 3 by spamming those, but it doesn't hinder it, it doesn't lower it, I guess that's fine. That's a good alternate. So you're basically just using the Masenkos and stuff as like a combo based, or you're trying to like get like a last tick of damage off somebody. So like honestly, I feel like that should change a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. I had fun with it. As when it comes to the characters though, characters were like really, really nice. You have to get used to them, obviously. Each of the characters, I think like their button combinations are very similar, but their moves are a little bit different. Like Gohan's like teleporting behind you 20,000 times to kick you in the back over and over and over again is obviously different than Frieza's grabbing you and then exploding you like how he did the Krillin. Like, that's obviously a lot different, but it does like similar damage. And I think it's probably the same button combinations. I didn't get too in depth with these characters to do that. But there are some characters that I feel, though, are a little bit underpowered. And I believe Android 16 is one of those characters. The dude's a freaking... He looks like a tank. He is huge. He is much bigger than any of the characters inside of Dragon Ball. It might be because he's like the only character besides Cell who does his fighting stance by leaning down a little bit, because all the other characters, obviously, they're like a little bit like crouched or like squatting a little bit to get their fighting stance in, while 16 is literally just standing there staring into your soul. So 16's a little bit big, which means he will get hit by everything. Like, he will literally get hit by a Kamehameha that's coming from the top of the screen, because the dude's a freaking tree. Like, it's a little bit crazy. Also, I feel as though 16... this is my opinion of him, because I only played him a little bit. There are people who were playing 16 and doing really well with him, but I felt as though his level 1 super move could have been a little bit better. I feel like it could have been a little bit better. I don't think it was doing as nearly as much damage as I think it should. Mostly because of the fact that, like, in order for his super to work, you have to be next to the guy for it to work. So I feel as though that should give it more damage. Not just because of what move it is. It's like takes his shoulder blades off and does it on the ground. But like, you feel like you should do more damage. But at the same time too, his level 1 and his level 3 are very similar, where the level 3 is that he just shoves him to the ground and he does it. So, and does like a much more powerful move. In my opinion, I feel as though 16's first like level 1 move should change from like the shotgun blast that he does with his arms to like the rocket punch. Rocket punch, like, it could basically be like how a big bang attack works, where people can jump over it, but it's gonna do some damage and you can use it for combos. I feel like that should be the case, but I don't know if they're gonna animate that in. They're probably not gonna animate it in. So it's probably gonna stick to what it was. So I say the level 1 move should do a lot more damage than what it's currently doing right now. But yeah, so I guess I guess I'm just gonna go right ahead and pretty much end this little video here. In my opinion, out of everything, how the game worked, if I wanted to give it a rating system, I would give it, meaning like 10 being the best game I've ever played, and 0 obviously be like absolute trash. I think I'm gonna give it like a 9.1. Honestly, it's really solid. Like, it's really freaking good. And I think like the only reason why I'm not gonna give it that 10 is because all you could do is online battles. Once you're able to, like, once the full game comes out and you're actually able to do like the actual game, it might be a 10. Here I'm thinking, like, I thought Xenoverse was like super good on what you can do, but this game, oh, it's beautiful. I know some Xenoverse people are a little bit upset because of the fact that you can't be as spammy as before, but you can still spam. You can't just be as spammy as before. But like, it's pretty good. It's gonna be better than Xenoverse in my opinion, even though you can't make your own character and your own story. I think it's gonna be a little bit better. I'm excited to see what they have. I hope they do it justice, because it's gonna be really freaking cool. But on that note, I'm going to say, oh, right before I do so, I'm gonna be doing more videos on this game. I'm gonna be doing a couple more videos on this game, on this beta. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification as well, because I'm going to be doing some videos on this game, talking about my favorite characters, some of the least favorite characters, the new characters that are in the game. I think I'm going to be talking about a lot of this because I kind of got really into the game. So on that note, I'm going to say thank you guys for joining once again, and I will be seeing you later.